Halo guys, sudah lama nggak ketemu ya. Kangen banget. Iya, kita sudah dari pagi latihan minting ya kan, di marketplace yang beda-beda, gitu kan, di blockchain yang beda-beda. Nah, yang sesi kali ini nih, kita akan belajar minting di Holaplex, blockchain-nya di Solana, gitu. Nah, tadi kan sama Mas Ruan nih, gitu. Nah sekarang juga ada Mas Ruan juga, cuma kita tambah satu speaker lagi nih, namanya Fried Ghost. Nah, pasti kemarin sih udah sempet ya ada penjelasan dari Fried Ghost juga di sesi-sesi sebelumnya tentang Solana, gitu kan. Terus gimana juga soal apa nunjukin kreator-kreator NFT di Indonesia yang ada di Solana, gitu-gitu kan. Nah, sebelum lupa, aku mau say thank you dulu untuk para sponsor. Ada Holaplex, powered by Solana, Darkroom, powered by Algorand, Toko Mall dan Inisiatif Toko Kripto, Kementerian Komunikasi dan Informatika, juga Siberkreasi. Tidak lupa juga untuk sponsor-sponsor kita lain dari universitas dan komunitas. Gitu, ada banyak. Oke. Nah, seperti tadi, sesi kita kali ini itu bilingual. Jadi, kita akan latihan praktis untuk minting di Solana, di Holaplex gitu. Nah, ingetin lagi untuk teman-teman mungkin baru ada yang masuk tadi sesi tadi nggak ikut, mengingetin kalau memang teman-teman yang masih menunggu minfan, kayak aduh kok nggak masuk-masuk nih, pilih kasih. Enggak, kita bukan pilih kasih ya guys ya, kita memang butuh proses gitu kan, nggak bisa semuanya masuk bareng-bareng gitu. Jadi mau ditunggu aja, tapi selama kalian sudah memenuhi persyaratannya, pasti kalian akan dapat minfannya gitu dari blockchain-blockchain yang kalian pilih gitu. Nah, terus tidak lupa juga untuk teman-teman kalau sesi ini sama seperti sesi sebelumnya akan ada open discussion juga atau Q&A di mana kalian bisa raise hand terus tanya langsung, atau kalau misalnya yang terhambat mungkin bisa dibantu bisa diketik di chat, nanti akan kita bantu sampaikan ke Sir Fried Ghost. Nah, oke. Sebelum kita mulai seperti biasa, udah 80 orang yang join, aku mau lihat semangatnya dulu. Kita absen. Yoi, kita cek di kolom chat. Siapa yang absen? Ada Cukingket, ada Akil Basi, ada Orang Normal, Rara Bija, Suasana Ilustrasi. Ada Panpan, ada Yayu, Yusuf, Rap, Lingsing, Gengo Pixel, Rifka, Koroy Shirt, Boni, Raymond, Tia, Hari, Hadir, hadir, Sleeping Forbis. Nah, ya itu jadi yang udah datang teman-teman, thank you banget atas antusias dan semangatnya. Terus di room ini juga sudah ada speaker kita, ada Mas Ruan dan ada Mr. Fried Ghost dari Solana. Thank you for coming to this session. And seperti tadi aku lupa udah bilang atau belum ya, sesi ini akan bilingual alias 2 bahasa, tapi kita akan bantuin teman-teman juga, dan aku juga akan tetap nge-encourage buat teman-teman, tentunya juga aku juga untuk belajar bahasa Inggris lebih jauh lagi supaya pede, apalagi market NFT tuh gede banget potensinya di luar negeri gitu kan. So ya, without further ado, let's start the workshop. Let's go.
Hi everyone, this is Fried Ghost. I'm an artist on Solana and I also work for Holaplex. Holaplex is a decentralized, open source, permissionless NFT platform where anyone can create NFTs. First things first, you'll need a wallet if you don't already have one. I use the Phantom wallet, but you can use whatever wallet you'd like. Just be sure that it's a legitimate wallet. Most of these are browser extensions, so just choose the browser that you use. Today I'm using Firefox, so you would click here, Firefox, and then go through the download and installation process, and it will pop up here in the toolbar. From there, you can just follow any further instructions and be careful not to lose your mnemonic phrase. Okay. Then, if we have the art ready and we have our wallet ready, we can go to the holaplex.com website here and mint NFTs. So we can do up to 10 at a time. Here we have a number of different file types, and we're always adding more. I'm just going to do this fried ghost here. And we have the name. It just imports from the file name. But I'm going to edit that a little bit. And usually I just add my Twitter handle here as a kind of signature, but you can add whatever you'd like as the description. You have external URLs if you want it to point to a link somewhere, and any attributes that you'd like. I don't tend to do these, but if you have attributes, you can add them here. Next, we have royalties. So set the percentage you'd like. I'm just going to stick with 10%. We have the OLA Community Fund as well, which is 2%. And you can click here to learn more about that. Next, we have editions. So 1 of 1, limited edition, and unlimited. It's pretty straightforward. 1 of 1 means there's only ever one. Limited edition means you can set the number of editions up to 100. So 1 or 10 or however many I'd like it to mint. And then unlimited, so if I want it to be a completely unlimited number, I can mint as many as I'd like from the master. Just create an unlimited NFT. So today I'm just going to mess with the 1 of 1. So hit next, and looks good. We have the title I want, the description I want, and let's go. So it looks good. It's going to cost me 50 cents to mint this, 0.01 for gas. To be honest, Solana is so cheap, I don't even really think about the gas most of the time. Okay, it's asking for my password for my Phantom because I got logged out, but no problem here. Just do that. And go and save. I'm going to approve. Yeah, 0.01, just like it said. And yeah, this is just a standard image file, so it's not too difficult to mint. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. If you have a larger file size, it might take longer to mint, but in general, minting is super, super cheap and super fast. So we've already approved the transaction. We're just waiting for confirmation here, so that should happen any moment now. And there, we're done. So I've minted my first NFT on Solana, and in my case, I have a Holaplex store that I've already created, and I can list it on the Holaplex store pretty easily, but we have a much more exciting and interesting way to list NFTs now. So we're not going to talk about the store today. What we are going to talk about is the profile. So how easy is it to make a profile on Holaplex? If you have a Solana wallet and address, you already have a profile. So just go to holaplex.com/profiles. And then here we have the wallet address that I use to mint my NFTs on as a creator. So all you have to do is just paste your wallet address right in there, and you can see your profile. Any wallet address has a profile. You can see I have a profile picture and a banner here. That's super easy to set up as well. So if we go to my Twitter, it's the same. The reason for that is because I registered using Cardinal. So you can go to Cardinal and set up your identity. So you can just connect your wallet here and follow the instructions on the Cardinal website, and it will connect your Twitter account to your wallet address. And then when you use websites like Holaplex, it will link your Twitter to your wallet address. Super easy. So we automatically import your banner and your profile and your Twitter handle here. So if anyone wants to check out my Twitter and make sure, oh yeah, this is Fried Ghost. These are his NFTs and his profile. It's super easy for anyone to confirm that. We also have followers and following. So this is separate from Twitter. You can follow people on Holaplex, and you can be followed on Holaplex. And all of this is on chain. So it's not owned by Holaplex. It never gets deleted by us, or sometimes on some of these social media sites, you might lose a follower for some reason. It doesn't make sense. You might lose someone you're following for no reason. That's not going to happen with on-chain. There's no way for us to sort of manipulate that. It's completely your own following. So now that I've created my first NFT, I want to list it. So I can just search here the NFT. I might need to refresh this because this was open before I minted. Let's refresh and try. I've forgotten the name already. Deep fried. Okay. So click deep fried. And there we go. So I can just list here. I can set the price for whatever I'd like. I'm just going to set it at 0.25. I can see all the details here and list. So you can list NFTs that you've created, or you can also list NFTs that you have bought. Any NFT on Solana can be bought, sold, listed, made offers on, received offers on, all on Holaplex through the new profile system. So very, very convenient. So I'm approved, just waiting on it to list. Should happen in just a moment. And yes, confirmed listing success. Perfect. So now if I go back to my profile, you can see all the NFTs that I have listed here. I think I just need to refresh. It should show up right here at the bottom. There we go, right here. So 0.25, just like I wanted. If I want to update that, I can change the price anytime. If I have another NFT that I've made or that I own, people can submit offers on them here. It's really, really easy. In fact, I'll just show you. So if I go to, let's check out Ryan Kim's profile. So anything here I can make an offer on. So if I wanted to buy this, I would just say, like, hey, give me this for 2 Sol, make an offer, and he would get a notification that I have made an offer on his NFT. So I'm already following Ryan Kim here, but if I wanted to unfollow him or refollow him, it's really, really easy. The other cool thing that you can do is you have a feed. So holaplex.com/alpha. So if your wallet is connected, like mine is already, but if I disconnect, so there's nothing here. Just connect. And now I can see all of the activity of my of all the people that I'm following. And I can see if they've made offers, if they've bought things, literally any kind of activity that they've done on this Holaplex here, I can see. So if I want to make an offer on this one that Ryan just bought, I can do that directly from the feed. It's all super, super convenient. So that is how fast and how easy it is to mint NFTs on Holaplex. It's also incredibly easy to buy or make offers, as you've seen. And of course, selling, listing, all of that is also super easy. You don't need to register anything. You don't need to get permission from us. There is nothing holding you back. I did this entire presentation in about 10 minutes, and I didn't include any cuts, just to show exactly how fast and easy this entire process is from start to finish. Anyway, thank you so much, and happy minting.
Halo, halo.
Halo, teman-teman. Halo,
Ketemu
guys.
lagi, Mas Tio.
Udah lama kita nggak ketemu, Mas Ruan.
Lama sekali. Hi, Fried Ghost. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, sorry about the location.
No worries, no worries. Thank you for joining. It's rare we get someone from the team of a marketplace to speak to us, so thank you for joining us today. So yeah, thank you. That was a great video. no cuts, pure, how long it took. And we're going to go straight to Q&A if that's okay. So we just did a session, so I think everyone's a bit familiar, although we have some new people here. Halo teman-teman. And I'm going to help translate for any questions that we have coming from the audience, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
Great. Oke, gimana? Monggo Tio, silahkan.
Oke, jadi buat teman-teman sistemnya sama seperti tadi. Kalau untuk yang ada pertanyaan bisa langsung raise hand. Terus nanti akan kita langsung banyak yang raise hand. Oke, yang pertama ada Dewaksindo. Oke, Dewaksindo, silahkan, Mas.
Hi, Five Goes.
Hello.
Halo. Monggo.
Hello, Mas Ru.
Halo.
I do have two questions regarding minting process in Holaplex. The first question is, I already minted my NFT in a limited edition, but there is no indicator that shows how much the amount of it is on my profile. So where can I see the amounts of numbered edition of my NFT? The second question is there any information or chart that shows how much trading volume in Holaplex, let's say in 24 hours, 7 days, in a month, etc.? Thank you.
Okay, Fred goes, if you answer, I'll translate to Bahasa after you answer, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, the profiles are new, so there's still some features that we're adding, but yeah, the edition thing is kind of tricky. Right now, I think it shows every minted NFT that you've put in the profile kind of individually, which is not good user interface, but we're working on a better way to do that. In the future, I think it will be stacks. So like you'll see like a stack of the NFTs that have been minted that are from the same edition. That's something the product team is working on right now. So that's, I don't know exactly when that'll come out, but once that comes out, the edition thing will be much simpler. Definitely the way it is now is not convenient. So it's a problem we recognize and we're going to fix in the near future. The other, sorry, I blanked on the second question.
Volume traded for 30 days, 7 days.
So we have another feature called the marketplaces, and on the marketplaces you can see volume, but that hasn't been released to like a general public yet. That's been with like some partners. It's still kind of in like a beta state, but yeah, that's something we're also working on, like to release more broadly. At the moment, it's not there, but it's coming. So yeah, short answer is those are coming.
Thank you, Fergus. Oke, jadi teman-teman, tadi pertanyaannya bagus ya dari Tewax Indo. Dia tanya kalau dia sudah minting terus unlimited, dia bisa lihat berapa. Nah, Fergus jelasin bahwa fitur profile ini masih baru, dan ke depan mereka akan update supaya nanti munculnya sebagai stacks. Ya, jawaban singkatnya begitu. Terus yang kedua, kalau mau lihat volume traded, kayak 7 hari, 30 hari, itu juga akan datang nanti di marketplace. Jadi untuk beberapa user memang sudah bisa, tapi untuk umum belum bisa. Jadi itu mereka lagi akan update juga nanti. Jadi singkat jawaban, dua-duanya mereka akan update nanti. Oke, terima kasih Dewax untuk pertanyaannya.
Thank you.
Thank you Dewax. Monggo. Banyak yang angkat tangan nih Mas Tio. Wah.
Monggo.
Iya, saya nggak tahu artinya monggo, tapi biasanya dibilang kalau sebelum pertanyaan, jadi saya ngikut-ngikut aja. Bener kan Pak? Oke, halo Mas Hendra.
Halo, ya. Ini saya mau tanya, itu berarti kalau di Holaplex ini benar kan saya sudah bikin akun. Nah, itu untuk masuk ke nge-link akunnya ke Twitter itu benar kepotong ya, karena kemarin itu minfanya langsung kepotong, belum apa-apa saya belum minting sudah kepotong kalau tidak salah. Terus habis itu kelihatannya tadi kalau lihat stepnya kelihatannya kayak kepotong 2 kali ya. Nah terus ini juga saya lihat kan di Twitter saya itu kan sudah saya update untuk profilnya ini di Holaplex ini, profil saya belum berubah. Gitu.
Oke, saya tanya ya. So Mas Hendra is asking, he's saying that firstly, when you connect your profile to the the Holaplex profile to Twitter, like in the tutorial, there is a gas fee, right? Fried Ghost that is paid for in order to connect. So you connect, you pay gas fee twice. He's asking. That's the first question.
So it's been a while since I did the cardinal verification. There's a few verification systems. There's Cardinal and there's also Bonfida. And honestly, it's been a really long time since I did both. So I don't recall exactly what the gas fees were, but they should be pretty inexpensive. But they're on-chain interactions. So yeah, there will be some sort of gas fee. But Solana is really cheap, so it shouldn't be too much. I don't think. If there's a problem with the gas fee, or you see like any kind of error issue, that's not controlled by Holaplex. That would be controlled by Cardinal or through Bonfida, depending on which service you use. So if you have any problems with sort of connecting Twitter to your Solana wallet, we can't really help with that because it's not our system. You'd have to reach out to them in particular.
Oke, jadi jawabannya adalah iya, dia udah lama nggak connect ya ke Cardinal atau Bonfia, itu satu lagi yang di video Cardinal yang ditunjukkan, tapi dia bilang bahwa itu memang karena on-chain transaction, ya semua transaksi on-chain kena gas fee, tapi seharusnya nggak mahal sama sekali, dan kalau mahal itu pasti akan itu.
Apa nanya?
Oh, sorry, ada yang unmute ya? Iya. Jadi kalau itu gas fee-nya memang dari mereka, dari Cardinal, dan untuk yang kalau misalnya connect tapi masih bermasalah di Holaplex belum ke update, itu memang dari sistemnya, bukan dari Holaplex ya, jadi dari Cardinal tadi itu. Nah, berarti boleh reach out ke mereka, nanti kita bisa bantu juga sih. Dari tim IDNFT pasti kita akan bantu kalau misalnya ada Twitter profile yang belum ke update gitu. Tapi saya sarankan tunggu dulu mungkin sehari, karena saya pernah tunggu transaksi di chain lain tuh untuk seminggu. Jadi untuk update ginian saya saranin kalau misalnya baru dikerjakan tunggu sehari dulu, Mas Hendra gitu. Ya. Oke, terima kasih Mas Hendra, semoga terjawab ya pertanyaannya.
Katanya padat juga trafiknya Mas sampai nunggu seminggu.
Ya, itu kita nggak usah bahas chain lain lah, tapi ya iya itu sampai seminggu tunggunya.
Iya.
Ya, jelas bukan Solana gitu ya. Oke, next question kita adanya dari Vanessa kayaknya ya, Tio.
Ya, betul, silakan Vanessa.
Halo Vanessa.
Halo. Can you hear my voice? It's okay?
Ya, jelas, loud and clear.
So I have a question. Like, do we have to create a store if I want to do collaboration with other NFT artists, like Holaplex store, or we can just mint through the button that say mint NFTs? And is it possible to do auction if I do collaboration with other people? Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I know in the past we've had some issues with the sort of like multi-creator collaborative mints. Again, that's another one I haven't tried in a while. So I'm not sure exactly where it sits right now. I don't know if there's a way to do that through the current minting, like the minting site. You might have to have a storefront to do that the way it is set up now. In the future, we're going to try to eliminate, or not, well, we're going to try to deprecate the storefronts in the future, so they won't really be necessary. So any feature that's on the storefront now will eventually be available on the profile, but it just takes some time to get that all set up. But yeah, so I don't have a good answer for that. We're working on that too, but yeah, at the moment, I think it might be a little bit difficult to set that up. You might need to do that through the storefront at the moment.
Ya, jadi sementara fitur itu bisa diakses lewat storefront ya. Dan Mas Fredgos dia jelasin bahwa ke depan nanti fitur-fitur yang ada di storefront nanti juga akan ada di profile. Jadi sistemnya sedikit beda di sini ya. Yang storefront dia menambahkan beberapa fitur yang kalau nggak ada di storefront fitur itu tidak ada. Jadi kalau Mbak Vanessa mau coba itu harus lewat storefront gitu. Tapi kedepannya nanti ini semua akan bisa lewat profile gitu. Oke, thank you Mbak Vanessa. Semoga terjawab ya pertanyaannya.
Keren.
Thank you, keren. Wah, orang normal. Halo orang normal.
Halo. Ada suaraku ada ya?
Asik, semangatnya keren nih, keren. Yuk.
Ya,
Go.
aku ada 2 pertanyaan. Yang pertama, oh di sini kameranya. Yang
Oh
pertama,
iya.
aku mau tanya, itu begitu aku ngupload, aku minting, kan aku nambahin kreator gitu karena kolaborasi. Nah, di situ ada tertulis unverified. Nah, itu gimana caranya biar itu jadi terverifikasi gitu. Itu yang pertama. Terus yang kedua, aspek apa yang membuat karya kita masuk ke trending listing?
Oke. Terima kasih pertanyaannya orang normal.
Aman.
Fried Ghost, he's orang normal, which means normal person. I think it's so funny, and he's orang normal is asking. So he's done a collaboration work, and it says on the work that he's collaborating with an unverified creator. So his first question is, how do I get that verified for the creator? And then his second question is, what tips can he get to be featured on the front page? So for the marketplace.
Okay. So the first question, that one's I'm not sure how to answer because I don't know exactly what the problem is there. Like for example, is the unverified creator someone you know that you created it with, or is that like an unknown wallet?
Yang verified creator itu temennya orang normal. Unverified creator.
Jadi di kreatornya itu ya ada tulisan unverified warna biru. Itu yang aku juga sama. Yang aku juga di situ unverified.
Oh, tapi dua-duanya unverified? Ini kolaborasi atau kamu aja?
Kolaborasi. Aku sama dia gitu.
Dua-dua unverified. Oh, so they're both unverified. It's a collaboration, and him and the collaborator is both unverified.
Okay. Then the other thing, when you say verified, do you mean like connected to Twitter or something else? Because Holaplex, we don't really verify anything at the moment. Like everything is very like open source and decentralized, so we don't have a verification process. The closest we have to verification is connecting to Twitter, and it's kind of soft verification, so people know this is the same person on Twitter. But we don't have like another verification system. So I'm just curious what he means by verified.
Jadi maksudnya yang unverified itu karena belum connect ke Twitter mungkin ya kali orang normal. Atau gimana? Karena Holaplex sendiri platformnya terbuka. Mereka tidak batasin, bukan tercurate seperti yang sebelum ini. Gitu. Jadi mungkin udah connect ke Twitter belum?
Kalau profile aku udah, yang itu kan ya, yang harus nulis status di Twitter gitu, nge-tweet di Twitter terus ke profile itu bukan?
Betul.
Iya, yang aku udah.
Nah, ke temennya udah belum?
Belum kayaknya dia.
Oke, coba temennya. Ya. Mungkin kalau ada delay, itu bisa juga dari kardinalnya. Jadi itu kan di luar Holaplex sebenarnya. Itu sebenarnya sistem verifikasi buat satu blockchain, bukan hanya di Holaplex ya. Tapi jadi kalau mereka lihat alamat itu, mereka tahu, oh ini orang normal, ini alamat orang normal. Dan itu membantu untuk anti copy minting karena orang bisa lihat, oh profil ini terkonek dengan Twitternya dia, gitu. Makanya digituin. Jadi mungkin berikan waktu dulu ya.
Oke.
Terus pertanyaan satu lagi yang so that one's answered. Fried Ghost, it might be just a delay. His other question is, what tips would you give to be featured on the front page so it shows on the algorithm of Holaplex?
So so we were having like a manual feature. So like we would do like something called open pitch, and then that like community-based system. So we would have some people from the community decide who should go on the front page. We're not going to do that in the future. We're trying to create like a more fair or more like automated way to do that. So that's going to change for sure. So I don't know. Again, I don't have an answer because we're working on changing that right now. The other thing, we have like the, what is it? The like trending tab. And to be honest, that's something the dev team would know more than I would know. I don't know the details about it. If I knew how those went up there, I would probably exploit it myself as an artist. But I think it has to do with like maybe like the price movement and like how many people check it. That's my guess. I don't know the exact details there, but
yeah.
I mean, your best bet is not to worry about front page stuff so much. I've been on the front page before, and it didn't necessarily lead to better sales. You have to think more about like the overall market, and like, you know, if the market conditions are bad, it's going to be harder to sell. And then just like building community on Twitter is like the best way, or like building community in Discord is the best way. Trying to create relationships with collectors and stuff like that. A lot of people think front page is going to help them a lot, and sometimes it helps, but yeah, I think the more valuable thing is to focus on the community building personally.
Ya. Jadi Fragos bilang untuk sementara yang terpilih di front page beberapa itu ada komunitasnya, mereka pilih. Jadi mereka ada kayak pitching system, terus mereka voting buat yang mana di depan. Nah, tapi itu mereka akan ubah supaya lebih otomatis dan lebih adil buat semua kreator ya. Jadi itu akan terupdate algoritmenya supaya lebih tidak lewat community, tapi memang supaya lewat lebih adil. Nah, terus yang kedua, dia cerita dia pernah juga di front page, tapi mungkin banyak kreator pikir kalau di front page penjualannya lebih lancar, tapi enggak juga. Dia malah saranin fokus ke membangun komunitas dan hubungan dengan kolektor dan kreator lain di Twitter atau di Discord gitu. Itu akan menghasilkan penjualan yang lebih lancar dibanding misalnya kita di feature di front page. Jadi saran dari Fragos begitu, orang normal.
Oke. Siap. Terima kasih semuanya.
Thank you orang normal. Thank you for the question.
Orang normal. Wah, udah collab dia di Holaplex.
Oke, mantap.
Lagi.
Boleh, silakan tanya lagi. Ayo.
Di kolom chat juga nggak apa-apa.
Iya, di kolom chat nggak apa-apa. Oh, buah haha, aku kira buaya, bukan ternyata hehe. Buah haha ternyata orang normal. Thank you. Oke, ada lagi. Coba kita cek versi ini ya.
Ini ada nih Mas dari Anhuang Nifty. The question is, can we create collections or the storefront itself is the collection?
Yeah. So that one's interesting. There's a few ways that can work. Some people in the past have done like a new wallet for each collection. So that's one way you can try to have collection. And then your profile on that wallet would be like a collection. Or that storefront connected to that wallet would be a collection. So that's one way you can make collection easily. There's another thing, Metaplex, which is kind of the background architecture behind Holaplex and most of the NFT system on Solana, has created a collection system. So it's kind of like you create a special NFT and then you connect all of the collection NFTs to that NFT. So that's sort of the on-chain way to have collections now. Currently, I don't think a lot of systems have started using that yet, and we're working on implementing it on Holaplex too. So in the future, once we get that sort of connected to Holaplex, that would be the ideal way to have collections, and then you could have multiple collections under the same creator wallet. So yeah, that's another thing that's not there yet, but it's coming. I think, yeah, there's some other marketplaces that are moving towards that system as well. So that's going to be, I think, the future of collections on Solana is using the Metaplex collection system.
Ya, jadi jawabannya adalah ada dua cara sekarang. Sementara yang kalau feature collection itu nanti akan ditambahin. Tapi kalau kalian mau buat collection sendiri di Holaplex, cara pertama yang dia bilang itu bisa buat dompet lain, terus storefront di sana itu munculkan semua karya koleksi itu. Atau kedua, ada sistem Metaplex, yaitu kayak Holaplex terbangun oleh Metaplex. Mereka membuat semacam kontrak di mana nanti semua NFT yang kalian minting muncul sebagai satu dari satu kontrak itu gitu. Nah, tapi itu nanti akan diimplementasikan di Holaplex dan juga di marketplace lain di Solana. Karena Metaplex tidak hanya dipakai oleh Holaplex tapi oleh platform lain juga di Solana. Gitu, semoga terjawab. Terima kasih pertanyaannya. Halo Akira World. Halo, halo.
Halo, halo Fried Ghost. So ya, aku sebelumnya itu pernah bikin karya untuk di exchange.art, marketplace lain. Terus habis itu ini kan aku mau nyoba untuk minting karya di Holaplex. Sedangkan karyaku yang di exchange.art kok tiba-tiba masuk ke sini semua ya? Apa karena connect sama Phantom-nya gitu-gitu? Apakah harus dibedakan kah atau gimana? Terima kasih.
So Akira World says that he's minted some work in exchange.art and he wants to go into Holaplex now, but when he connects his wallet, he sees all his work from exchange.art. Is that because Holaplex reads from the same wallet?
Yeah, so I mean that's the really cool thing about the Holaplex profile system is we just like everything is on chain, so we just connected to what's already out there and made it possible to like buy, sell, make offers through Holaplex. So instead of having to like connect to different marketplaces and list through different marketplaces, you can just do it through your own profile. Like it doesn't have to go through us. You don't have to get like permission or anything like that. So like other marketplaces use verification and like mint lists and things like that. Holaplex is just using the on-chain data in a very decentralized way. So yeah, like everything that's minted on Solana will show up in a profile for the wallet that minted it. I think that answers the question.
Yes, thank you, Fred Ghost. Jadi buat di Holaplex dia membaca semua data on-chain ya. Nah, ada beberapa marketplace yang contohnya dari Ethereum saya tahu misalnya itu terkurasi, dia tidak akan menunjukkan semua on-chain data dari marketplace lain, tapi di Holaplex dia menunjukkan. Jadi artinya kalau kita minting di marketplace lain di Solana, di Holaplex dia akan muncul. Enaknya ini kolektor di Holaplex bisa beli. Jadi kolektor yang dari marketplace lama dan marketplace Holaplex dua-duanya bisa lihat karya itu dan bisa beli gitu. Jadi enaknya di sana, dan Holaplex memang permissionless, jadi mereka tidak membatasi ya. Sedangkan ada beberapa marketplace yang memang membatasi bisa interaksi dengan chain data yang mana gitu. Jadi contohnya kita nggak usah bahas yang mana begitu di chain lainnya. Cuma di Holaplex benar-benar permissionless. Jadi artinya kalian saat connect semua data on chain ditampilkan di sana gitu.
Oh, oke. Thank you Fred Ghost, thank you Pandaru.
Thank you. Wah, asik Pandaru. Saya suka nih.
Pandaru.
Asik. Gimana? Lanjut. Ada lagi nggak, Bang Tio?
Kolom chat ada nih, Mas. Coba.
Boleh.
Ini. It's a little bit out of topics, but if we meet in Holaplex, will it be also showed up in OpenSea Solana because he or she heard that OpenSea will also use Metaplex as its base.
Sorry, can you say use what as its base?
Metaplex.
So if they mint on Holaplex, will it show on OpenSea? Is the question.
So I don't know enough about how OpenSea handles. I mean, I know when they were launching on Solana, they only were doing certain collections, and then in other cases they have been just taking the on-chain data and kind of like uploading it, or not uploading, but like connecting it themselves. Another project I work with, their like NFTs automatically showed up on OpenSea. Those weren't minted on Holaplex; those were just minted through like the Candy machine. But all of that's using the same standard. which was set by Metaplex. So theoretically, anything minted on Solana using the same standard should show up like anywhere that uses on-chain data. So the way Holaplex does it, like anything using the same sort of Metaplex standard shows up. If somebody uses a different standard or like a new standard gets invented, that might be different. But for now, everything's pretty interchangeable. I think also there's a big buzz now about something called XNFT, which the founders of Solana have also commented on, but everyone's being very secretive about what that's going to be exactly. So that might be like a new standard that could change things, and it could make it less open or more open, probably make it even more open. But yeah, theoretically, they should show up on OpenSea, depending on how OpenSea handles the data. It's possible, I just don't know if they'll do it.
Oke. Jadi Bang Fried Ghost memang bukan dari tim OpenSea ya, jadi dia jawab ini dengan pengetahuan dia, karena itu tergantung marketplace-nya juga. Tapi semua data yang tercatat di on-chain yang pakai standar yang sama itu harusnya muncul di semua marketplace yang menerima data itu. Jadi contohnya kalau kita bahas di Ethereum ada standar ERC721, ERC1155. Nah, itu standarnya kita bisa lihat apa aja. Di Solana juga ada standar-standar yang diset oleh Metaplex gitu ya. Nah, berarti kalau platformnya menerima, dia akan membaca data itu juga. Nah, sekarang ada yang baru, standar baru di Solana namanya NFTX. Nah, kalau NFTX itu mereka masih sedikit rahasia, tapi biasanya kalau ada standar baru begitu, banyak yang juga langsung adopsi. Jadi seharusnya semua kelihatan. Sekali lagi dia bukan dari OpenSea, jadi dia nggak bisa jawab dengan kepastian, tapi dari pengetahuan dia begitu. Iya.
Semoga menjawab, Mas.
Semoga menjawab. Terima kasih. Wah, orang normal naik lagi, orang normal. Ayo. Udah meeting nih kayaknya. Halo, orang
mau
normal.
tanya lagi. Halo.
Boleh. Menghadap kamera dulu dong, orang normal. Iya, kasih.
Aku mau tanya, Holaplex sendiri ngadain space di Twitter nggak? Misalkan seminggu sekali atau berapa hari sekali gitu. Terus kalau misalkan ada juga, boleh saran kreator siapa yang suka bikin space Solana gitu. Terima kasih.
So orang normal person has asked again if does Holaplex themselves hold any sort of Twitter spaces or any other community spaces, maybe on Discord, and if not, what sort of creators or collectors hold spaces? Where can you find that info?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We do spaces from time to time. We're not always very consistent about the spaces we hold. We're trying to get better about that. It's kind of we're in very hardcore building mode right now. It's a funny time. It's a funny time. Sorry, my seat just cracked a bit.
Sorry, I said building too loud. It must have.
You just broke my chair. No, what I was saying is it's a really interesting time to be getting into NFTs on Solana because so much is changing right now, and so many teams are focused on building a lot of really cool stuff. The downside of that is there's less communication on Twitter. So in the past we were doing more spaces, but we've been a little bit quiet lately just because we're so busy building everything. But yeah, I definitely want to start doing more spaces moving forward. We've been doing educational spaces in the past, talking about different topics like open source or mental health, all kinds of different topics. We try to bring in interesting guests, things like that. I like to do, personally, I do spaces through Holaplex sometimes with various artists who are successful on Solana, kind of picking their brains and trying to figure out how they were successful or learning more about their process. I'm always happy to do spaces with anyone who's interested. So if anybody here wants to do a space through Holaplex, you can always DM me on Twitter and we can try to set something up. If you have a language difficulty, we can try to find a translator or something as well. So yeah, we can do more things through Holaplex. It's no problem. Definitely we'll be doing more in the future. There's other good people in the community. Kid on the Phoenix has a really popular channel. The URS does a lot of Twitter Spaces generally. Sol Toshi has popular channels. There's a lot of people doing Solana Spaces out there. So yeah, I mean, the best advice I can give is to find people who are like really active on Twitter and like in the Solana space, like successful artists, and then just see what spaces they go into, see what people they follow. That's the best way to find like something good information on the ecosystem, in my opinion.
Ya, jadi Fred Gus jawab bahwa Holaplex memang adakan space sendiri juga, tapi mereka begitu sibuk membangun platformnya dan interface dan lain-lain bahwa karena sudah banyak yang berubah ya dan akan terus berubah, mereka tuh sedikit susah kadang untuk konsisten di space-nya, tapi mereka biasanya adain space di mana contohnya ada mental health, terus mereka bicara kadang dengan artis-artis yang sangat sukses di platform mereka, terus kayak coba tanyain apa sih proses kamu gimana gitu-gitu. Jadi tapi ke depan mereka memang lagi mau adakan space lebih banyak. Bahkan di sini kalau ada yang mau space bareng lewat Holaplex bisa langsung DM Fried Ghost aja, asik banget nih langsung ke marketplace-nya, gila langsung ada Twitter Space di marketplace. Seharusnya aku nggak terjemahin yang itu ya, simpan aja rahasia mesti begitu. Tapi boleh langsung DM Fried Ghost, seneng sekali. Dan kalau misalnya bahasa itu batasan, mereka bahkan akan coba mencari bantu translator gitu buat kalian gitu ya. Tapi Fried Ghost carain untuk cari kreator-kreator yang aktif. Tadi ada Phoenix, siapa tuh yang disebutkan oleh Fried Ghost, terus DM mereka aja dan tanyain, mau nggak kadang-kadang space bareng, karena biasanya di NFT ya kita tahu ya komunitas cukup terbuka dan cukup santai kok orangnya, nggak begitu eksklusif gitu loh. Ya, terima kasih, semoga terjawab.
Siap, terima kasih juga.
Yuk, halo.
Halo Mas Noh.
Bilangnya gimana tuh, Noh?
Noh.
Yes, Noh.
Noh.
Yes.
Aku bacanya versi bule, Notch. Bercanda. Halo, Noh.
Ya, halo. Langsung tanya aja ya.
Langsung.
Fried Ghost, thank you for your explanation regarding the Holaplex. I have a question. I tried to find the statistic page, the statistic page where I can find the who has the biggest selling in 24 hours or 7 days, in 7 days or in 1 month, or maybe where I can find the classification. I try to find example NFT photography, the classification of NFT photography. Do you have this feature in Holaplex? Because this is very important for me to do the market research. Thank you.
Oh, I think you're muted, Fried Ghost. Yeah.
It's really noisy here, so I'm trying to mute.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, I'm not good at my phone sometimes. Yeah, the statistics thing, we're working on doing that in a general sense for like marketplaces, and I haven't really explained well what the marketplace feature is, but that's something that's in development with specific projects. You can see them on the homepage of Holaplex, like Skeleton Crew and things like that, and that has statistics specific to those marketplaces. So that's another sort of decentralized marketplace that we've created, so anyone can have a marketplace in the future. So those statistics are available, but we don't have any breakdowns by like the genre or anything. The problem is someone would need to catalog all of the NFTs and find out like what genre they are and so on. I think other marketplaces might do that, but it will be incomplete because it's only the creators that have like kind of registered through their marketplace that they can do that for, and that have like correctly documented what their NFTs are, etc. I think there's a few projects working on statistics specifically that aren't Holaplex that you could look into. One is Particles. they've been working hard to get some statistics for like one-on-one art in particular, like leaderboards for who's got the most sales, etc., and like volume. I think also collector.sh is another one you could look at. I don't know if they have statistics yet, but that would be something that I'm sure they're working on. And they're working on creating like a sort of a hub page cross-platform. So no matter what marketplace you're on, like Exchange or Form Function or Holaplex, it's aggregating all that data. And they're using, I think, some of our APIs to allow people to buy directly through collector.sh as well. So yeah, that's kind of the great thing about being open source and working in the way that we work, is people can easily build these things on top of what we're doing. But I don't think anyone has built exactly what you want yet. But I think if I had to guess, probably Particles or collector.sh, which is run by 21 now. I think both of them are probably working on something like that. And if they're not, you could always go to their Discord and suggest it. They would be really open to that sort of feedback.
Iya, iya. Jadi saya terjemahin dulu. Itu fitur yang diminta. Sorry, gimana namanya? Coach, Tio, bantuin gue dong. Tio mute. Aduh. Jadi jawabannya adalah bahwa di marketplace manapun kalau itu ada, itu sebenarnya incomplete karena itu harus ada yang kurasi per genre dan nggak mungkin komplit karena terlalu banyak kurasi setiap project, ada berapa yang launching ya. Tapi kalau di Solana ada dua yang disarankan. Satu Particles, itu mereka cek data one of one art dan itu mungkin buat artis lebih relevan ya. Kecuali misalnya kalian mau cek kayak koleksi gitu. Nah, itu ada namanya collector.sh. Nah, itu cross page platform, jadi artinya semua marketplace yang API-nya terbuka, yang open source, mereka bisa membagi datanya gitu dengan apps begini. Nah, enaknya open source begitu, mereka bisa saling sharing, terus datanya bisa kebaca, tidak tersembunyi gitu. Jadi bahkan di cross.sh mereka pakai API dari Holaplex supaya orang bahkan bisa beli di sana, bukan hanya lihat statistik gitu. Semoga terjawab.
Mas Kno.
Ya,
Thank you.
Terjawab sih, sudah terjawab. Cuma sebenarnya yang saya tanyakan hanya terkait si Holaplex-nya doang sih. Nggak perlu ditanyain lagi deh.
Oh iya.
Udah oke.
Terima kasih. Halo Mbak Leo.
Hi.
Hello. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. Hi, Fred Ghost. So basically, I want to ask about the music market and Holaplex. As we know that, we know that Pixel Band is one of the leading artists. Is there any kind of development to support the new musician, especially for someone who, selling music in NFT is really new. Is there any kind of development to for the music format, to raise the audio quality? That should be my question. Thank you.
You said something about audio quality. Could you repeat that part?
Yeah. Okay. We know that some kind of marketplace only support for MP3 and is there any? We can upload the to WAV or FLAC flag.
Okay. So you're curious about like better quality,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with that. I know the music thing is not well represented now. Like everything's very focused on visual art, right? Or like the kind of PFP collections. And music hasn't really taken off yet. Most music NFTs that I do see that do well, it's like they have some strong visual component too. So unfortunately, there's not good support for it. Like there's not a lot of like platforms focused on it just because it hasn't been super popular for collectors. I think that'll change in the future. It's kind of like a weird situation now. I think, what was it like? was it the chain smokers who released some like NFTs that rewarded like collectors with royalties or something. So I think as more like artists and musicians get into doing these kinds of releases, then it'll get more support. Certainly you could request that from the Holaplex team. And yeah, I don't know the difficulties with adding new file types, but I know in the past, for example, people requested a PDF file type, and we added it. So if you have specific file types that you want to be added, then I think we can definitely add that at some point in the future. I think there's some issues with the the metadata. All the metadata has to go to like Arweave or IPFS or something like that. And so when you do that, sometimes if like the file size is too big, it can cause some difficulty with uploading to that blockchain. So that's, I think, the biggest sort of difficulty in some cases with like certain file sizes and for certain file types. I don't know how big like FLAC files or like other files get when you do like serious music on them. So, because I'm not a musician, so I don't know many details about that. One thing you can do, I don't remember his Twitter handle, but we have a team member named Blake who focuses on music. If you DM me later, I can send you his Twitter information, and he would be much better at answering any music questions you have. He's also working on creating a music collective through Holaplex. So if you wanted to join the music collective, that would be another interesting thing you could do there.
Sure things.
All right.
Keren.
Thank you.
Aku terjemahin bentar ya. Jadi itu keren sekali sih. Jadi memang masalahnya seringkali di marketplace manapun itu kalau file size-nya terlalu gede saat di-upload ke kayak IPFS, Interplanetary File Storage gitu ya, itu menjadi masalah untuk membaca metadatanya. Nah, karena kebetulan kita musisi nih, Tio, rata-rata satu lagu berapa lama sih? Kalau misalnya 3-4 menit, itu bisa 40 megabaitan ya biasanya. Jarang aku lihat yang 50 megabyte. Dan FLAC oke, cuma yang lebih universal menurut aku WAV ya. Tapi bahkan ini keren sekali di tim Holaplex ada yang lebih fokus ke musik. Jadi kalau kalian ada saran mau masukkan, mau tanya lebih spesifik soal musik, nanti tinggal DM Bang Fried Ghost atau minta dari Leo nanti sharing ya. Jangan pelit-pelit nih, kita udah sharing semua nih Leo. Aduh. Leo, aku aja mau kontak itu Leo, jangan pelit-pelit ya nanti sharing begitu. Aduh.
Will do, Kak. Will do.
Tiba-tiba awas kalau sampai front page terus nggak sharing, wah itu parah banget. Gitu. Gimana tuh Tio? Para musisi nih udah membantu terus nggak dapat kontaknya. Wah. Tapi enggak, Leo nggak begitu ya. Terima kasih.
Ya, thank you juga Kak. Thank you.
Thank you Leo. Wah.
Sudah diwakilkan pertanyaan soal musik.
Iya, sudah diwakilkan. Kita nggak usah ini lagi.
Terus yang
ada lagi?
Kita masih ada waktu nih. Ada nih Mas, Hanskilicious. Ya.
Wah, Hanskilicious, bentar.
Langsung.
Hanskilicious. Ayo. Halo.
Sudah masuk ya? Ya, seperti tadi saya mau nyoba latihan bahasa Inggris lagi ya.
Oke, monggo.
Hello, Fried Ghost. I'm sorry I can do webcam activity because of my short eyes condition. Okay, I want to ask you a question. Do you guys have any dynamic data about the best-selling NFT type in the Holaplex? For example, if I want to see what kind of most NFT sold that last week or last month, is there any data about that? Thank you.
Yeah, we don't have data on that like release like in an interface. But again, like I think if you look at particles or collector.sh, they have some data on that. So I would search either of those projects, and I'm not sure exactly what the URL is for those sort of statistics or if they have them online at the moment, but yeah, one of those projects is keeping data on that. I know like bigger collections, you can find that data on various websites. Like I forgot the name. I don't really pay much attention to collections, to be honest. But there's a lot of websites that are focused on collections. But if you're looking at one-of-one art statistics, yeah, particles or collector.sh should have some available, I think.
Oke.
Ya, jadi sekali lagi kalau mau lihat data-data begitu, tinggal ke website yang tadi disebut particles sama collectors.sh ya guys. Terima kasih.
Itu tulisannya gimana ya?
Collector.sh itu tolong dari tim bisa kasih linknya mungkin?
Iya, itu ya.
Oh, oke. Thank you.
Thank you. Soalnya yang satu lagi lebih ke particles one of one gitu ya kalau nggak salah. Datanya lebih fokus ke sana. Oke, terima kasih. Oke. Siapa lagi nih? Kasih.
Mana ada yang angkat tangan nggak ya? Kita cek dulu partisipan.
Gak usah malu-malu, silahkan. Jarang-jarang ini.
Bisa langsung banyak.
Iya, jarang-jarang.
DM belum tentu dibalas, guys. Wah, udah ada yang minting langsung.
Wow, someone's minted and listed already. Mantap. Oke, keren. Langsung Akira World Shilling. Strategi banget ya Shilling. Ada hampir 100 orang di sini. Shillingnya
marketing.
Jarang lah Twitter Space segede gini. Asik. Akira World. Betul. Masih sesuai peraturan kok, tidak melanggar peraturan. S3 marketing. Asik.
Nah, teman-teman kalau mau tanya, bisa langsung tanya. Mungkin dari teknisnya atau mungkin dari mau tanya-tanya peluangnya apa. Misalnya karya teman-teman di Holaplex itu kayak gimana juga boleh.
Betul. Kalau mau tanya alamat dompet saya, ruan.sol. Ya, ruan.sol. Terima kasih.
Iya, itu untuk Minfan, untuk Mas Ruan.
Minfan, tolong, yes. Ya, tahu musik kan Tio, biasanya karyanya tuh ya 6 bulan lah baru keluar gitu.
Iya, tergantung what time of music. Nah, ini ada yang nanya nih, Mas Ruan, soal
kenapa harus Phantom, kenapa nggak Soulflare? Someone's asking, does it have to be Phantom Wallet and not Soulflare?
No, we have several different wallets you can use. I know for sure Phantom, Soulflare, Slope are all usable. The wallet ecosystem has exploded recently. There's also like Glow. There's a lot of different wallets out there you can use. Phantom was one of the first, and so it's still really popular. Soulflare is cool. It has like a burning feature in the wallet. So if you make a mistake with your NFT, you can burn the NFT from the wallet. You don't have to go somewhere special to burn it. I've heard really good things about Glow. Slope works well too. Yeah, there's a lot of wallets lately that you can use. You'll have to check and see which ones are supported. I know we're trying to add new ones as well. But yeah, each wallet has a different advantage or disadvantage. Phantom has a ghost logo, so I particularly like Phantom wallet, but yeah, you can use whatever you want as long as it's supported by us. And you can see that when you try to connect which ones are supported.
Ya, jadi nggak harus Phantom, bisa yang lain ya. Ada Soulflare, kalau kalian cek di Holaplex bisa connect tuh. Nah, Soulflare keren karena ada function burn-nya di dalam. Ada satu lagi juga yang namanya Glow, jadi nggak usah itu. Kalian bisa cek wallet mana yang bisa saat kalian coba connect ke Holaplex. Nanti ada wallet-wallet yang di-support. Cuma Fredgo suka Phantom karena ada Ghost. Jadi dia juga Ghost gitu. Cuma bukan versi gorengnya. Gitu. Halo, Mas Hendra.
Ini saya langsung coba minting. Nah, ini kok saya dari tadi stuck di bagian itu ya kan, minting one of one, terus approving transaksinya kok muter-muter meluding terus gitu ya.
Itu sudah upload karya terus tinggal minting ya, tinggal confirm transaction.
Iya.
Terus dia stuck di sana terus.
boleh saya share screen?
Gimana dari tim?
Dari tim?
So Mas Hendra is trying to mint, but it's stuck on the transaction. Fried Ghost, he wants to share screen if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not a dev, so I don't know if I'll be able to answer the question. But
no worries. Let's see if we can help. If not, mungkin coba kita mau share screen di sini, tim. Gimana? Boleh. Silakan.
Bisa belum, Mas Hendra?
Aku nggak tahu kalau share screen apa. Kasih share screen ke orang lain gimana ya? Hehe, mungkin dari admin. Oh, sudah ya. Boleh dipin min.
Bisa, Mas Nazir?
Yes, oke. Coba lihat. Oke, nah sekarang di Phantom Wallet-nya dia muncul nggak, Mas Hendra? Oh, itu ada ad blocker, Mas Hendra.
Harus di yes dulu.
Wah, ada 2 ad blocker. Di unblock dulu dong. Aduh. Saya nyontek ya. Aduh, sakit lihatnya. Aduh, ya.
Ya, soalnya kemarin.
Oh, masih ada satu tuh, Mas Hendra, yang tangan merah. Iya. Nah, gitu. Wah, langsung dapat tutorial ini ya. Asik. Karya Mas Hendra gimana? Asik. Langsung cepat ambil screenshot, copy mint. Copy mint cepat, ayo screenshot. Enggak canda.
Berarti ngulang lagi dari awal ya prosesnya ya.
Betul, jangan sampai ada ad blocker ya, teman-teman. Kalau teman-teman di sini pertama kali pakai, saya pribadi saya kasih tips mungkin ya. Saya pribadi pakai browser yang lain buat NFT. Saya pakai satu namanya Brave, tapi Chrome nggak apa-apa. Brave juga pakai Chromium. Ada sekarang Microsoft Edge juga pakai Chromium. Cuma aku saranin pakai Brave atau Firefox. Firefox lebih mantep sih. Tapi memang Chrome yang paling kepake. Cuma di Chrome saya pribadi banyak kayak apa namanya tools dan kayak yang adblock gitu. Nah, kalau misalnya Chrome terkompromi dan kehack, kalau saya install plugin yang salah, itu wallet saya langsung kehack. Apalagi kalau saya tidak punya hardware wallet ya. Jadi makanya saya fresh install browser yang baru. Nih saya catat di sini. Sekali lagi saya tidak maksa, cuma kasih tips aja supaya semua hal-hal kripto dia sedikit terpisah dan terkontrol ya. Nah, ini satu lagi mungkin teman-teman tahu ya, saya tulis di chat Firefox juga bagus gitu.
Dan for security ya, Mas?
Yes, itu lebih aman karena fresh install. Jadi saat kita install, aku ada teman-teman yang install plugin Blender buat 3D, terus MetaMask-nya kehack gitu, karena hackernya langsung tahu apa. Iya, parah. Jadi plugin-plugin hati-hati. Makanya kalau mau file Blender atau apa, hati-hati, harus dicek dulu, antivirus penting. Jangan simpen seed phrase di email. Saya kasih saran ya, kalau buat jangan screenshot seed phrase. Kalau misalnya kalian mau simpan seed phrase, mungkin kata-katanya diubah urutannya. Jadi walaupun hacker dapat, dia tidak langsung bisa akses. Kalian yang tahu urutan yang benar gimana gitu.
Itu kunci berangkas satu-satunya tuh.
Betul. Kalau nggak punya hardware wallet ya, jadi ya nggak bisa diganti soalnya seed phrase, guys. Gitu. Oke. Thank you, Mas Hendra. Semoga ini ya sukses mintingnya.
Thank you, Mas Hendra.
Ya, thank you.
Thank you. Oke, mungkin ada waktu satu lagi ya, atau kita ada waktu berapa lama lagi sih, Min?
Sebenarnya sudah sih, Mas. Kalau misalnya masih ada yang mau tanya, sangat dipersilahkan.
Okay, last question, Fried Ghost, and then we're done for tonight. Thank you so much, Fried Ghost, for your time. And if there is no last questions, then we'll take a photo, a group photo.
Yes, kita foto dulu. Ini kita akan 2 kali foto ya, guys ya. Sebenarnya 2 kali foto. Okay.
Cam on, siap?
Ya, kameranya silakan, webcam. Wis, ada yang pakai caping, luar biasa.
Asik.
Ada yang lagi di mobil. Oke, siap. 1,
Oke.
2, 3. One more photo.
1, ya.
3, 2, 1. Ya, mantap. Keren.
Oke. Thank you teman-teman. Thank you Fried Ghost for your time. Thank you for the wonderful explanations and answers to the question. And thank you for coming today in IDNFT Academy. Thank you Mas Tio juga.
Thank you, Mas Ruan. Thank you, Sir Fried Ghost, for giving us a new knowledge and education. It's been such an honor to talk with you in this space. So, thank you so much for Mas Ruan and Sir Fried Ghost. Dan teman-teman, kembali lagi. Iya, pasti udah mulai bingung lagi. Oh, ternyata Holaplex boleh juga ya. Iya. Yang tadi yang pertama boleh, yang kedua boleh, yang sekarang boleh. Kan itu dia, makanya kalau kemarin klaim Minfan 3-3-nya, kalian bisa coba 3-3-nya tuh, enak tuh, bisa cek ombak,
Bisa menang ledger ya, asik.
bisa menang ledger.
Wih, jangan.
Punya flash disk isi duit.
Iya. Ledgernya tiba-tiba isi satu Bitcoin, 100 Solana gitu. Asik.
Luar biasa.
Oke, thank you guys. Aku permisi dulu ya, mau ada urusan lagi. Tapi terima kasih semuanya. Terima kasih IDNFT. Thank you Fried Ghost.
baru join.
Thank you Mas Ruan. Oke, ini kita sudah banyak banget yang sharing-sharing. Tadi udah jelasin dari Holaplex gimana buat masing-masing jenis-jenis karya. Semoga teman-teman di sini dapat insight setidaknya untuk nambah wawasan kayak kedepannya mau gimana, apakah mau fokus di A, di B, atau di C, blockchain gitu. Oke teman-teman, kita sudah 2 jam ini nggak berasa ya, dari pagi latihan sampai sekarang. Terus mau ngingetin untuk teman-teman untuk siapin karyanya, kita tunggu minting ya. Nih mau ucapin selamat nih, keren banget buat teman-teman yang udah coba minting, langsung ngepraktekin. Ada Mas Benny, ada Akira World, terus juga tadi siapa lagi ya, itu udah coba pada minting, itu keren banget. Semoga cepat-cepat to the moon. Ini ada orang normal juga yang pay 4 plusan langsung minting, keren. Kita harapkan sih hari ini sih udah bisa minting teman-teman gitu. Cuma kalau mungkin masih ada yang ketinggalan, mungkin sharing sama teman-temannya yang udah minting, mungkin bisa bantu troubleshoot kalau masih ada teman-teman yang lain yang bingung. Terus gitu aja dari kita. Terima kasih buat teman-teman yang udah hadir, 82 peserta yang luar biasa. Sampai ketemu, semoga sukses mintingnya. Kalau masih bingung, kita masih ada Discord untuk ngobrol-ngobrol, untuk diskusi, untuk tanya-tanya. Jangan lupa juga terakhir untuk follow dan up to date sama berita-berita dari IDNFT, terutama di bidang akademi ini. Main workshop kita sudah selesai. Hari ini kita akan menuju ke exhibition. Dan untuk teman-teman yang klaim Minfan-nya masih menunggu, masih belum masuk, mohon ditunggu. Cepat atau lambat pasti masuk. Kita usahakan pasti masuk secepatnya. Gitu. Terus untuk yang teman-teman yang udah submit WIP karyanya, mohon ditunggu, nanti akan dicek langsung sama coach-coachnya, akan dibantu nilai juga sama coach-coachnya. Untuk selanjutnya kita jalan ke Metaverse, kita adakan pameran virtual. Oke, thank you so much untuk teman-teman yang udah datang. Semoga sukses karyanya. Di sini Tio dan nemenin dari siang tadi. Izin sign out, bye-bye.